I have beautiful bougainvillea flowers on my terrace garden, and they are in full bloom these days. And also there are a few colors that I have, some pink, some white, and also some red color. And here I have light pink. So this is a plant that loves the sunlight so much, and they grow really well, bloom really well during the summer seasons. And also these plants can be grown by stems. I brought this from a nursery a couple of years back, and now they are at the well growing period. And also there are a few things that you have to keep in mind when caring for bougainvillea. Bougainvillea plants doesn't like the soggy soil. They do not prefer getting watered every day. So take care of the plant while watering. Especially if you have put them in pots, you have to check the soil before you water. And also these plants, when preparing the soil, you can use garden soil, sand, and a bit of cocoa peat as well. So I have done that. And also you can use fertilizer time to time, and get more flowering. Locating this plant in an area where it gets the full bright sunlight. So in my terrace garden, I have kept a few plants only. I'm exposing these jade plants to the sun, so they love the sunshine. And also these bougainvilleas here for some time now. And because of the maintenance problem, I really don't keep much plants here in the terrace. So these are the colors that I have. When you bring bougainvillea plants from the nursery, keep it for a couple of days before you repot them, because these plants have to get environmental friendly for a couple of days, because they have to get used to the new environment. Repot these plants after a couple of days. Until then you can keep it on the same pot. So when talking about the pots, you can't put these plants in small pots. They need about medium to large size pots, or else you will have to put them on the ground. So these plants doesn't need much care, but you will have to take care of them without overwatering the plant, because since they are in the pot and also not in the ground. So do not overwater this plant. Locate it in an area where it gets the full bright sunlight. 6 to 8 hours sunlight is very useful for this plant to get blooms. So there are a lot of colors, varieties of this plant. Try to collect them if you have much space in your home. So here I have them in my terrace. So have this wonderful plant in your flowering plant collection. So the first thing is, there are many weeds in these bougainvillea plants growing. So I'm going to remove all them and clean the surface of the pot. So these all the weeds I'm going to remove and take off. Now I have cleaned these two pots and the surface is well cleaned. Before you add any fertilizer for this plant, you have to clean the pots. So the first thing is done. And the other thing is, now these bougainvillea plants really love the sunlight. You have to expose them to more sunlight. Do not keep them in dark corners, because they grow well in the bright sunlight area. So expose them to 8 hours of sunlight. If you are getting morning sunlight, keep them in that location. That is the best thing. So now I have to clean all these pots, and after that I will show you what is the fertilizer that I use for these plants. This is the banana peel fertilizer, which I have kept for about 24 hours, and I have done the video of how to make this banana peel fertilizer. I have put the link in the description, so if you don't know how to make the banana peel fertilizer, you can watch that also. So now I'm going to add this fertilizer to the plants. So add it. So these are very nutritious for the plant. They supply this banana peel fertilizer, and it's a real booster for flowering plants. You can add them to any flowering plant. So That is how I use the fertilizer.